What up? What is up? How you doing? Hola, people. This is the Corner Store Podcast. This is going to be something that we're going to be doing and we're going to be creating here and some great content coming forward to you soon. My name is E.L. Smith. E.L. Smith, comedian extraordinaire. I have the lovely Tiffany Largy with me right now.
Hi.
And she's going to be helping me out. We're just talking, it's talking. We're going to throw some history into it as well. We had to do a podcast today. We had to do one. Do you know why that we had to do one?
Why do we have to do one?
Okay.
Tell us.
Her favorite artist.
You play too much.
Kanye West. Or I'm sorry, Yeezy.
Yay or yay?
Yay. All right.
I think he meant to put it yay, to be honest with you. Everyone thinks it's yee.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was just on his own road of, I want everyone to see me and say, yay. It's a different conversation.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, because, this is the elephant in the room with Kanye West and nobody wants to really address this.
There's always an elephant in the room with Kanye West.
Yeah, but this is a real elephant. Do you think he has some type of mental disorder?
That's such a tough question because it's like, of course I want
All jokes aside, yeah.
I want to respond like everyone else and look at what's happening or look at every breach into the media of he did this and he did that. And I want to say, oh, well, yeah, he's mentally not right and this, that, and the other. But, being a creator and a designer and a forward thinker and a person who challenges the narrative, I can't run through the streets and say that man is crazy.
Okay.
I actually think that's a tough, every time I want to do it, I find myself in a place of going, is he really crazy? Or is he just right beyond what we consider and are comfortable with norm?
Okay. I mean, I respect that. I'm going to go with he's mentally ill. And if we could, maybe we can put that in there. If we bring up the screenshot of the shoes that he created, those shoes.
The shoes. The spaceship shoes?
Yeah.
Is that the ones with and then them have the holes in them?
Yeah, the shoes that look like somebody obviously has something wrong going on. Like, nobody's saying what design shoes like that. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's it. $500. And people buy them. And if you have them on now, I mean, that's good that you support the mentally ill, but
Why'd you have to do that?
It's true. They're donating to come on.
Listen,
Come on. If you wore those shoes when we were kids, if you wore some shoes that look like that in high school, man, even the nerds would have beat you up.
Are you trying to say, I just want to get this right, are you trying to say that these shoes, whenever someone buys them, they're like donating to charity?
It's kind of like St. Jude. Like,
you are
I know people are already gonna get up in an uproar over that. It's like, you're supporting someone that has issues. But the reason we're talking about Kanye West is because recently he went to Mar-a-Lago. If you don't know what Mar-a-Lago is, it is the home of DT. I call him DT because I saw him once in person. But Donald Trump.
Why you have a nickname for him?
DT. That sounds.
You smiled when you said it. You had a little bit of excitement.
It sounds much cooler. DT.
You know what?
But Kanye West came, had dinner, and then he brought someone. I think the guy's name is Nick Fuentes or something of that nature. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tiffany. And he's a known Holocaust denier. He's a known saying racial things about Jewish people and black people. So, what do you think about that? Isn't that a little odd?
What's crazy about it is that I heard someone yesterday saying, I think that Kanye is really sorry about all the anti-Semitic stuff that he said in the last couple of weeks because his net worth went down. He was worth X billions of dollars, and now it's only $400 million. And I was like, well, the truth of the matter is, I don't think people realize, I don't think he cares. Personally, I don't think he cares. Like, a move like this, heading to Mar-a-Lago with, person identified number one, it is only a way for him to seal, no, I said it, I was clear, this is what I meant, this is how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't want you to mistake about this. That's actually one of the things that's You know, I love the fact that he makes it so that you can't argue afterwards. You're never wondering to yourself, was he, maybe he's remorseful, or maybe he was. No,
No.
no, that's not at all.
You know what I hate? I hate the I can say this if you're listening to this on audio. I am black, so I can't say this. I hate the black people. I hate the ones that be like,
Someone's gonna take that out of context right there. I hate the black people. E.L. Smith.
yeah. They're gonna bring up a picture of a white guy, and that guy's gonna get canceled. I'm sorry, Albert, wherever you are. The people on Twitter and things like that say, "Oh, if you're not standing with Kanye West, you're trying to tear another black man down." No.
I don't know about that one.
I'm not gonna stand with crazy or somebody doing something stupid just because they look like me. That is the stupidest thing.
That one again. We're not standing with someone just because they look like us.
That's the most ignorant thing I ever heard in my life. That's like free R. Kelly or something like that.
You were wrong for that.
Why would I do that? Like, we all seen the tape back in the day.
I never saw the tape.
You never saw the tape?
I never saw the tape.
It was on VHS. The bootleg man was selling it.
All the versions of the tape though.
Hey man, I was like a young boy.
Why you know all the different versions of how old?
I mean, back then it was only on. Okay, I'm dating myself. It was on MP3. But he married Aaliyah. So no, I'm not gonna stand with someone just because they look like me. That's dumb, and that's what ignorant people do.
You really look at Kanye and feel like he looks like you though. Like,
you know what I mean.
Kanye? I know, but like, I don't even know.
I mean, not physically look like me, but you know what I mean. Like, oh, he's black and I'm black, so I just got to roll with whatever he does and says.
I don't know, because when I look at Kanye, I don't know what I see. That's the truth. I mean, even though I struggle to go, he's crazy and mentally, I'm like, I just don't even know what I see. One thing I don't do, I don't look at him and go, oh, that black man. I don't think I've ever said that. I don't think I've ever looked at him and said, that black man, ...
Well, yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying I don't have to stand with anyone just because. And plus, he went to Mar-a-Lago. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to get political. I'm independent. I'm gonna avoid.
Are you though?
Yeah, because it's my body, my choice. I get to choose what I want to do with my body, people. Anyway, I seen that on a dog in Beverly Hills. I was like, okay, all right. Obviously, somebody has too much time on their hands. Was it the dog that decided to put on that shirt?
I cannot.
Or Meredith that put the shirt on the dog?
Not you.
The dog like, before I step outside, I need a mask and I need a shirt to show and represent who I am truly inside. Don't let all these other little dogs run up on me. My body, my choice. If you're gonna take me to that dog park.
Okay, so let's come back because you were really into that.
But yeah, Kanye West, I think he's mentally ill, which is sad, which is not a good thing. I hope he gets some type of help at the end of the day.
But do you really think that there's hope for him? Like, that's the thing.
Well, I think it's hope for everybody. I think he should get some help just because.
Help for what? You get what I'm saying? Like, help to what? Like, let's have him stop saying these crazy things. Is that the help?
Yeah.
But he's still going to make moves. He's still going to be like, yo, me for president 2024.
No, if he gets the help that he needs, he's going to know what is ridiculous and what is not ridiculous. Who let go of $1 billion just because of what they want to say? Or if it depends on me to have $1 billion and I keep what I really think about anything, trust me, I would be $1 billion. Come on.
I don't know.
That's showing you right there somebody has something mentally wrong with them.
Okay, so let me challenge. Let me just ask you this, just for perspective. Okay, I just want to see how you feel about this. So, are you saying to me, the idea is that the person who says things that's outside of the norm, right? They're uncomfortable for a lot of people.
It's a little bit outside the norm.
Listen, okay, I hear you, but just stay with me because I want everyone to know I'm not agreeing with him at all. I'm just showing a perspective. So we look at the guy, we say to ourselves, okay, he is saying things that it's way outside of the norm. Very uncomfortable, very out there, and we say it's out of the line. Is it possible that the line that when we say get the help that person needs is because we want to bring them back into line so that they are just flowing the same way or direction or in the comfortability as everybody else?
No. It's basically certain things, in any context, it's just not cool, right?
I agree.
So I can get up. It's not about getting back in line. You can be outspoken. You can be like, hey, I don't think this, or I believe that, and I stand with this. This is why we have two parties, right? But you can't just say like, I hate women. I hate them. Everything about them.
You can't say it, or hold on. You can't say it, or you can't feel it. Think about what I'm asking. I know.
I'm just using this as an example. I don't really hate women.
No, I know. I know
Okay.
You don't hate no women.
Okay. No.
You
All
don't
right.
hate no women.
All right.
But I'm being honest. Like as I'm thinking about this out loud, and I know someone's gonna try and pull this out of context, but
They can, as long as we get the views.
yeah. But I just wonder to myself. I just wonder to myself, is it that we don't say it or we don't feel it? What's the real problem? Think about what I'm asking. Like, is it that we don't say it or we don't feel it? Because if that person doesn't say it and they still feel it.
Yeah, but in that same breath, so it's a whole bunch of people on this planet. It's a lot of people on this planet. Everybody's not going to be the good guy. Everybody's not going to say the good thing. Everybody's not going to be a good person, right? You're going to have those things in this world, in this society we live in. The point I'm trying to make is if you're in the public eye, you make your money for being in the public eye.
Got it. Okay, so this for you is relevant.
If you want to live in the middle of Alabama, in the middle of nowhere in a trailer park and spew all the racist and homophobic things you want to do inside your house, go for it, right? But if you're going to be in the public eye and you're going to say things on a public platform, come on. It's a freedom of speech, but it's consequences with everything that you say.
I agree, 100%.
So that's what I mean by the help. Anyway.
I agree. So for you, it's the fact that he's a public figure.
Yeah, and he's doing it on a public platform.
You got it. Public figure, public platform. Keep that stuff to yourself.
Yeah, and if you want to be that person that wants to spew that stuff, then don't become a public figure, because that comes along with this thing that you're trying to pursue.
But is it fair to say that maybe he's already arrived at what he was trying to pursue? So therefore,
yeah, that's true too. I mean, go for it. I mean,
you know what I mean. So like, therefore, he doesn't care. Like in all honesty.
Oh yeah, in all honesty, I mean,
like if he like with all that he's accomplished, because he's accomplished some pretty awesome things, right?
Yeah.
So with all that he's accomplished in this life, in theory, if he lost half of the money and ... Does it really matter to him in this life? Like we can't take any of that money with us to the grave.
That's true. So does it really matter? If it doesn't matter to him, then do him. You get what I'm saying at the end of the day? Because I mean, you only get one life. If you want to be that person, honestly, the reason we're talking about it is just because everybody else is talking about it. I think I and Tiffany can agree with me on this. We can probably care less of what Kanye West does, right?
You mean we're not losing sleep?
No, because every time I look at my mailbox for my Kanye West check, it isn't there. So I can care less what he does. Like he can honestly do something unspeakable with goats, and I wouldn't care.
To be quite honest with you, I probably wouldn't even have known that he did anything too exciting if you hadn't told me. That is the truth of the matter.
I know, but this is a podcast, and we're trying to build content, so we have to know these things.
Well, I mean, Kanye is not on my top 10 people to go and find out what they're doing.
That's true.
Ever. Just because of the fact that most of it makes no sense to
me. It's still interesting at the end of the day. I mean, he went to have dinner.
It's wasting,
no, I didn't say being interested. I didn't say being interested. I said it's interesting that he went to go have dinner at Donald Trump's.
I don't think it's interesting. I think it's typical. I think it is typical. That is like Tweedledee and Tweedledum together in one pod. They find each other. Their egos are so big that it's like a magnet to each other. It's almost like a from far away and together competition in ego land. They live in ego land, and when you have like your own residency in ego land, like it takes one to know one. I know that they wake up emotionally and spiritually, and they're like, "Hey, neighbor," just like that. Both of them live in ego land. That is exactly why they found each other. It's probably why Kanye was like on Monday, like, I don't know what to do. You know what? I need to go somewhere that's familiar, that feels good. I need to go somewhere that feels good. And he went to go take his butt to go sit next to him.
Yeah, they do have huge egos. They were both remind me of the person that will be on a plane and something happens to the pilot and they're like, let me land the plane, knowing that they never flew a plane before. That's the type of energy they give off. They're like, I can do it. And they're like, oh, I'm a pilot. I'm in pilot school. Well, let me do it. All right. That's the type of ego. But this has been fun. We ranted and raved about Yeezy, Kanye, Ye, Kim Kardashian's ex-husband. That's also one of his names as well.
That was funny.
The Corner Store Podcast. I feel like we need 40s. We need to get sponsored by malt liquor because that's what you do on the corner store. Anyway, till next time, guys.